Hey guys, I just got off work. Today we are going to do something amazing, life-changing, world-changing, because it is springtime and that is the time to find mama wasps, catch them with their little nest that they just started so you can raise them and grow their nest. Yeah, I sound really crazy, but you will see just how awesome it really is. Today what we're doing is we're going to make the habitat that they're going to live in. Now, for those of you who saw some of my other videos, you saw that I tried to raise wasps as pets before. It didn't go so well. I caught them more during the winter time, or towards the beginning of winter time when their nests were large. My goal was to raise them through the winter because I like to do things that are crazy and defy nature, as you might say, but we're going to try something a little bit more straightforward. It's springtime. It's the natural time for them to start their nests. We're going to catch one or two of them, and we'll get their nest as well, and we'll see if we can raise them. And who knows, this might be the new ant farming. Also, here's a little snapshot of a couple months ago when I was practicing getting my wasp whispering skills up. I got to get my insect social skills down pat. And I think we're ready.
I got her.
I think we're ready to do this. So, thanks for coming along on the ride. Hopefully, I won't die through the process of any of this. Okay, so before, when I tried to raise yellow jackets as pets, I used a pretty large container and it went out of control. I had way too many wasps, way too large of a container, just crazy. So we're gonna simplify it, okay? We're gonna have a small habitat, just enough for a nest and a little bit of wiggle room, and we'll have an escape route for like them to gather food from, but we're gonna keep it contained. I know everybody likes to hear that one, and they hear I'm raising wasps. I'm like, I'm gonna keep it contained, but most of them don't believe me. They believe that I'm part of some terrorist group that's gonna conquer the world through insect warfare, but it's not the case, okay? This is just experimentation, and this is what we're gonna use, this food grade bucket. And we also have another necessity that you have to have when you're raising, let me get in the light, when you're raising wasps as pets, and that is a Josiah. So what we're doing is we're going to hopefully get some nice clear plastic. We're going to cut a hole in this bucket. We're going to make a visual window, but then I also want to kind of have a hole on one side where they come out into a little container where I put food and water so they can access that. But what we're gonna do is when we get the nest, we're gonna actually have the bucket upside down, and if you'll take off the lid, Josiah, we're going to have the nest glued to the to the bottom here, but it'll be the top because we'll have it facing up like that. So we'll have a visual window and a lid on the bottom because wasps are better contained when you have a lid on the bottom because they always try to go up. So if you have a lid on the bottom, you trick them, you psych them out because they're not expecting you to have an opening on the bottom. They're always trying to get out from the top. Now we will be going to some stores to get the necessary supplies to make this thing happen. I say let it grow, let it grow, let it grow. We found the plastic. Now we just have to find some, I forgot. Restart.
Okay.
Okay, we found the plastic. Now we just have to find some sealant. Okay, we found the sealant. Now we have to find a kind of a container to attach to this as kind of a food and water basin. Dude, I found the perfect thing. Okay, look. It has a screen here, a beautiful door, and when they get cold, you just warm them up. Never mind, this is the perfect thing. Because it's airtight, so they can't get out if air can't get out, you know? So for the side container, we had a good idea about using soda bottles or like a smart water container. So we'll see what happens. We found another necessity, and that is this. Okay guys, so I really overthought this. When I saw these, I was like, oh my goodness, why don't we just use that? $6. We don't have to do any fancy gluing of plastic or anything. So I think we're gonna get one of these. We have to somehow get rid of these cheese balls.
There once was a cheese ball that liked to travel. He was traveling along, and then suddenly out of nowhere, a meteor strike came and struck him. Oh, it was a bad one, folks. Look at all those guts. But poor cheese ball was still alive. Some of his friends came by. The first one was like, oh my gosh, I'm crossing on the other side of the road. I'm not gonna help this guy. He went all along his merry way. Then three others came, and they were coming too, and they're like, that's disgusting, we're not going to help him. So they're walking. Oh my goodness, that's gross, poor Toby. But, what do you know? A pretzel comes along, and the thing about pretzels is, they're such helpful fellas. And so he saw him and said, what on earth is that? That's a cheese ball, but he's so hurt, I have to help him. So he picked him up. He picked him up, and he helped him all the way to the hospital. As the pretzel and the cheese ball arrived toward the hospital, the problem was a lot of other pretzels saw him, and they loved to help. They just loved to help. So they're walking to the hospital, and out of nowhere, so many pretzels were like, how can I help? How can I help? And that's how poor cheese ball truly died.
Okay, now that we got all the cheese balls and pretzels out of the way, we did a little bit of gluing, a little bit of cutting. So what do you think about our idea?
So why are you doing all that? What is you are doing like this?
It's really just for fun and just kind of an experiment, but also to make a video. But when I was younger, I liked raising ants a lot. Had ant farms and stuff. They're actually quite fascinating when you have the queen, have the whole colony. But this is like ants on steroids. And we got a final product. It'll be upside down just like that. The nest will be up there at the top. And the side bottle is for food and water, so we can just fit it in there without disrupting the nest. Tomorrow's the day where we find the actual wasps. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you know when we release these videos. It's gonna be pretty exciting. The action is coming. And we're gonna master how to raise yellow jackets as pets. Think about it. Who else has done it? Maybe a random scientist. We're gonna make world records here. Alright, thanks for watching. Before, when I attempted to raise yellow jackets as pets, I used...
What's up guys, Casey Neistat here.
No! Stop it. Okay, so before when I tried to raise... I can't even talk, Bummer, you're looking at me. Alright.